Buying a house in the UK comes with so many complications, but we've heard so many stories of the chain collapsing because somebody's made a higher bid, somebody's pulled out of the chain, and it's so frustrating because the amount of time and money people spend along the way, it can all fall down before we exchange contracts or before we even get the keys. So when the government is looking at ways to make the buying and selling homes faster and easier and more committed, that consultation is welcomed in our industry. Hi, I'm Sam Fox, a mortgage expert here in the UK. And on my channel, I talk from everything through UK housing regulation, fixed interest rates, mortgage lenders, how to boost your deposits, anything that's got bricks and mortar, we cover it off on this channel. So do me a favor, hit like and subscribe. And today I'm gonna go through what could be in the mortgage industry. So firstly, property searches and surveys are gonna be made available earlier, like I said. So currently buyers pay for the surveys and searches after the offer's accepted. This proposed change means this information is going to be ready before, not during, not as it is, before it's going to be listed. So you're going to be able to see a home's issue sooner and the seller's going to have to cover those costs. So let's say you'll have to pay £400, maybe £250, £300, depending on the local council and what searches are needed. They're going to pay them costs and you're going to have the information ready. So that means, going on to the second point, the information has to be provided up front. So sellers are going to need to share the details like service charges, lease length, and if they're part of a chain. It's not something after your offer you're all of a sudden going to find out, or your solicitor is going to tell you about a lease that's going to increase in value every 5 years, which is a little bit of a headache. Now, this is going to help you make a better decision early on to avoid surprises that could affect your offer. So before you get that far, you might not even make an offer on a property. You're going to know it all, have your mind at rest, and then decide if you're going to make an offer. The third point is that the government want to see more use of new digital tools. So digital property logbooks and ID verification can speed things up. It might save requesting information all the time about the house, going to the land registry, which I imagine a big warehouse of old people trying to go up there and find the little dusty documents. It will speed it all up. And buyers and sellers might also see ratings for conveyancers and estate agents to help choose who they work with. The fourth option we're looking at is to sign binding contracts earlier. So currently a sale or purchase isn't legally binding until the exchange of contracts near the end of the process. Exchange of contracts might happen the same day, might happen the day before, or a couple of hours before, but at this point, it means either party can't back out without major penalties, which means as a buyer, you might lose a lot of deposit if you've already transferred cash, that kind of thing. Now, this change would let buyers and sellers make contracts sooner to reduce failed sales. So as a first step, the government is planning to publish a roadmap for the changes from the beginning of 2026. Now, if you're buying in Scotland...
All right, I'll buy your house.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, legally binding, he's
yeah,
buying
that's
it,
jump
buying it, yes, get in there. That's legally binding. Where in the UK at the moment, it could go for 6 months and it's still not legally binding. So what they're trying to do here is reduce the number of property transactions that have failed throughout the year. And obviously, if they can manage to do that, it's going to raise more taxes for the government. Stamp duty is applicable on some purchases, if not most purchases, unless you're a first-time buyer or depending on the purchase price. So if the government can help reduce the time that it takes to complete on a purchase, and they can complete on more purchases quicker, ultimately it's going to mean the government can raise more money as well. So for a lot of people like conveyancers, mortgage advisors, and those in the property industry, it is welcomed. If you've got your heart set on the dream home, you've already spent a load of money, it's going to reduce the chances of that falling through. So I welcome it. I think there should be some good areas of it. There might be some negative areas of it as well. But for so long, we've been calling for a housing reform to make sure more sales go through, and this could be a good option. So anyway, enough of my ramblings. What do you think about these potential changes? Are they good? Are they bad? A bit indifferent about them all? Let me know in the comments below or drop me a message. It's sam@ukmc.co.uk. We'll keep a close eye on this and we'll release a second video once we know what's been finalised next year. I'll see you soon.